Peace, man. This CRACKKKA as a Kiwi, and I just have a quick message that I wanted to relay, in relation to the struggle for, the hearts and minds of our people and being able to come together, organize towards that end. The first thing that I'd like to say is that we have to learn from the past. We have to learn from all the people who came before us to do what we're doing, who made mistakes, but who also had successes in life. You know what I'm saying? In that period. And we have to learn from their success and we have to learn from their mistakes, their failures also. And one of the things that I noticed is that we've allowed agents to come within our circle. These agents cause distractions. They cause confusion. They create confusion. You know what I'm saying? Where there was no confusion. They divert the attention of the leadership towards what they want them to focus on, which is not the agenda of that leadership. Not only that, but they also use slander. They also use backbiting. They also use their ability to gossip. You know, for an example, you might catch, some brothers calling themselves comrades, gossiping about another comrade or slandering another comrade. You know what I'm saying? Um, all this type of stuff is counterproductive to any real revolutionary, any true revolutionary who really give a damn about his people. You know what I'm saying? Who really have it in his heart to be about this movement, to sacrifice his life and death for it. So there's a lot of people out here, claiming to be about the movement, but in the same breath, they're gossip about their so-called comrade in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Or their slander that brother's name or character or personality or trustworthiness. You know what I'm saying? And in the same breath, say that comrade, they're all about the struggle, chanting Black Power, all that shit. Protesting, marching down the streets. They with all that. Reading Dr. Ben, and they really ain't revolutionary. They some crackers. You know what I'm saying? They some black crackers. If I'm not mistaken, my comrade Zay Malik, RBG for life, made a video, Black Crackers. And that's what these people are. They black crackers. There's a cracker inside of them that has not been purged from within them, that has not been exercised from their being. And this cracker is all about I and me and mine. He's not about we or us. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that African contextual framework, that we have always known as a people and have always strived for, especially in the United States of America. So we have to keep our eyes open, our ears to the street, and we have to be aware of our surroundings. See, this is why I don't concern myself with organizing outside the interim of an organization, because when you organize from the outside in, you allow all the agents to come in, and you're not in a position to develop strategically a method by where you can judge who will make the perfect fit for this organization. You know what I'm saying? Or for whatever it is you're trying to do. Everybody ain't fit. Everybody ain't a revolutionary. You know what I'm saying? Some of us claiming to be revolutionary are very, very counter-revolutionary. Very counter-revolutionary. No matter how many black fists we could pump up in the air, you know what I'm saying? How we can twist our finger up and say BPC, RBG, whatever the fuck the case is, whatever you're supposed to be part of. You know what I'm saying? Some of us are counter-revolutionary. Not only in our methodology or whatever methodology we're using, you know what I'm saying, but also in our ability to think properly. Not only in our ability to think properly, but in our ability to act on what we know. You know what I mean? That stuff can be counter-revolutionary also. You know what I mean? The main thing that I realized, there's too much gossip, man. There's too much gossip. There's too much backbiting. There's too much, shit that we used to do. You know what I'm saying? Shit that we used to do. So how the fuck can you say that you all about the movement in one breath, but you're talking about your comrade? Don't call him your comrade because he ain't your comrade if you're talking about him behind his back. You know what I'm saying? If you call it his character into question, you know, if you part of an organization, you're supposed to develop a process, you know, whereby you can call that into question properly. You know what I'm saying? But even in that, I prefer for you to take it lightly. You know what I'm saying? And to hold your brother in the highest regard. We don't have respect for ourselves, and we don't have respect for our brothers. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us, we get in the movement out of selfishness. You did, and we really don't have this shit in our heart. You know what I'm saying? We really don't have this shit in our heart. You know, but we get into this shit selfishly. Some of us get into the movement to disrupt the movement and don't even know. You can read all the fucking Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, all you want to, but your actions show what's really going on. Your thought process show what's really going on. Motherfucker might get his Becky on and might not call that shit out when he see it, but you can best believe motherfucker watching your bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality is that your actions are an interpretation of what you're thinking. You know, your actions are an interpretation of what you're thinking. I'm gonna say that again. Your actions interpret what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Excuse me. So, regardless of what you're reading, regardless of what you're doing, some of you people out there, and I'm just say this to clear this up. I'm not talking about anybody that's RBG or BPC. They're my comrades, RBG for life. That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we do have people who get involved in the struggle for black liberation. They have the intent of joining the movement. They have a desire to join the movement. But that is clouded by that cracker that's within them. And that cracker that's within them allow for them to creep up into the movement and to act counter-revolutionary to everything the movement is all about. You know, the first things first, know who the fuck your comrades is. You know what I'm saying? Your comrade ain't nobody that's gonna talk about another comrade behind his back. Period. Don't give a fuck where you at. You know what I'm saying? A real revolutionary organization ain't gonna allow that shit to happen. You know, and we gotta nip that shit in the bud as soon as it takes place. You know. Secondly, you are not a comrade if you're slandering your brother or calling your brother's character into question. Thirdly, you're not a comrade if your whole being a part of a movement or organization is to cause disruption and confusion, either in the leadership of that organization or the organization in general. Plain and simple. If you're doing that shit, stop calling yourself a comrade. Like power.